Picture. First of all, it's in person September 23rd through 25th in Richmond, Virginia. It's in Mechanicsville at a lovely wedding venue. And if you can't make it in person, you can purchase the online retreat box. And it's going to be filled with all kinds of goodies for you. All right. So let's head on over to my blog for those of you who may not have been there yet. You can see in the address here, it's becreativestamping.com. All right, so that's where I'm headed. Here's the blog page right here. I wish you could be here, Jeanne. I would love that. This is the my blog. And when you scroll down, you know, you're gonna go onto my blog, and this is the blog post you're gonna see. And then it talks about my sweetest Christmas crafting retreat. And it says to click here for all the details. So let's do that. Hey, Sonia, welcome. Thanks for sharing. So now it takes you to the retreat page. And if you are attending in person, it is Friday, September 23rd, Saturday, September 24th, and Sunday, September 25th. Now, I have a lot of people ask me, what if I can't stay the whole time? And that's okay. Some people won't be able to stay the whole time, but you have your very own table and your own workspace, and you can leave your belongings there. You can leave, you can come back, so you're free to come and go, all right? So don't feel like you have to be here the entire time. This is a weekend for me to pamper you. I'll be walking around. I'll be helping you measure paper, cut paper. I'll help you design Christmas cards if you want, help you with your make and take projects. Whatever it is, I am serving you that weekend, okay? Now, for those of you who want to bring a friend that I've never met, you'll receive a $25 gift certificate. All right, just for coming, and you get to shop that weekend. Now, these are the items included in the crafting retreat. They'll also be included in the retreat box, okay? So first of all, you'll have your very own crafting space. That won't be in the retreat box, okay? You'll either have a 6-foot rectangle or a 4-foot round, okay? Tina, I love your question. Will there be coffee in the retreat box? Maybe a carrot cup, Tina. Let me know your favorite. I'm gonna put coffee in your box, okay? You will receive a tote bag, and it will have $50 worth of product inside, okay? But I'm not gonna tell you. That's a big surprise, even for my retreat boxes. There will be several pillow gifts. Everyone asks about the pillow gifts. These are gifts that I've designed. They're handmade for you. And it might even be something purchased from a store, but it will be crafting related, all right? But most are made by me, all right? There will be 6 make and take projects that you can work on throughout the weekend, just whenever you want. You're going to have access to all of my supplies, stamp sets, ink, punches, dies, my stamp and cut emboss machine as well, my stamp and blends, all that good stuff. We'll have a snack area and refreshments. I'll have stamping kits, adhesives, and retired products for sale. And registration is optional with meals or without, so we'll talk about that in a minute. There will be a service project for those attending, and I'm going to be talking to a food bank, and we'll probably be donating canned goods, but you'll get those details in September. If you register by tonight, because tonight early bird ends, okay? So tonight, if you register, you're going to get 2 free raffle tickets. And you can purchase tickets for some amazing Stampin' Up! Products. Now, my online people, there probably will be a raffle prize in your box, but you won't need to purchase raffle tickets because you're not there in person. There will be a retreat weekend ordering special, even for my online people. I do need to create a private Facebook group so we can chat all about the retreat. Even if you're online, you'll still be invited. So early bird ends tonight. You'll get 2 free door prize tickets. The cost is $165 with 2 dinners and 1 lunch. One of my team members is making lunch and dinner, and she's doing a phenomenal job. The food is going to be amazing. So that will be fun for you to look forward to. Lots of little surprises there. You can register without meals. It's $140. Registration's going up tomorrow by $10, okay? Because when people start registering late, it means I've got to make second and third orders, and it gets complicated for me. Let's see. The event schedule will be emailed to you Thursday, September 1 if you are an in-person retreat person, all right? I'll send you a schedule and a list of what you need to bring. There are 2 optional classes. There's the Santa card and gift tag class, and then there's the Santa Express, all right? So I can show you a sneak peek of the Love Santa tags, all right? I know, Deborah, you signed up, and I'm so happy you did. All right, here's the Love Santa class, okay? You'll be able to make 12 gift tags or 12 cards or a combination of both, all right? So there's a sneak peek of the tags, and the cards are across the room, and I'll try and grab those so I can show those to you. Also, class option number 2 is Santa Express. So let me see if I can grab the cards. All right, I've got the cards. I can show you those, okay? All right. So sorry about that. I forgot to bring the cards over here, but I'm going to show them to you, so hang tight. This may be an optional class that you want to take, okay? It includes the 12 card bases, 12 envelopes, all right? Or you can make just tags, or you can make cards and tags, all right? And these are the 4 designs. You make 3 of each. This is the Love Santa tag class. It's $25. It is an optional class. Now, you're probably going to see me advertise this class next week, okay? And if you are taking the retreat, this card class is being offered to you at a reduced fee, all right? I'll advertise next week. Those, if you're interested, you can purchase this class outside of the retreat, but it will be more than $25 because there's quite a bit of material in here, all right? So just be aware of that. All right, and then the next class is the Santa Express. This is 20 cards, absolutely no stamping. It is a $30 class, all right? And you will be cutting the materials. It's super easy cuts. You've got a 25-page tutorial. And again, it's 25 cards, it's $30. It does include your package of embellishments. And so these are what the cards look like. If you are not attending the retreat, you'll have the option of purchasing this class, but it will cost you more money, okay? So what I'm offering you is a card class at a reduced price. Somebody's at my door. Can y'all hear the doorbell? So you'll get a reduced price on this class if you are taking the retreat. So I hope that makes sense. All right, did y'all hear my doorbell? Did anybody hear that? It was pretty loud. All right, so here's some more. I don't know. I've got 2 sets of cards here, so you might be seeing both sets of cards. But anyway, there are 20 cards, 20 card bases, and just some darling darling little Santas, all right? So you don't want to miss that. It is $30. So if you are an online customer and you'd like to take my retreat, sign up tonight because it's $10 cheaper than it will be tomorrow, all right? And the online retreat in a box is $125. You'll find that information on the retreat box right in this area of my blog. Starting tomorrow, it's $135. Yes, you will get all the treats, make and takes, everything that all the in-person people get. If you're out of the United States, you can purchase the tutorial for $30, all right? Now be mindful that retreat boxes are going to ship after the retreat, all right? But I am really hoping to have those boxes go out right after the retreat. That is my goal, all right? And then if you want additional information, if you want to sign up to register and prepay for the Sweetest Christmas Crafting Retreat, click here. And then when you click here, again, you're going to get all that information, but look what happens. You can add, this is where you add your retreat if you're going to be online. This is where you add your retreat. You would add the class here, just like this, like you're going to PayPal. I've done this several times, by the way, so that's why you see this so many times. I keep showing you all the same thing every week. Then you can go back to my blog, click the drop down and add the Love Santa card class, add it, add to cart. It'll add it to your cart. Go back to the blog, add your Santa Express class, add to cart. You got all your stuff here, and now you can join us. This is the in-person fee, by the way, all right? But you can come in person or online. About the Alphabest suite, and that includes this darling alphabet set right here, okay? And you'll see this really cool looking font. It has letters and numbers. And then, of course, it has some different stamped images as well. Thank you, Joyce, for reminding your girls. I appreciate that. And then here are 6 different designs that go with the punch as well. And I'm going to see, where is my punch? I was using it earlier, so let me find it. Where's my punch? Here's the punch right here. All right, so you can see it's not very big. All right, so now let me show you the cards. By the way, Alphabest bundle can be found in the annual catalog. All right, and I didn't even look up the page number, so let me do that for you real quick. All right, hi Becky. Let's see, Alphabest, page 115. Right here, and you'll see that you even get a few card samples right here, okay? So this is the one that we're going to be playing around with. So welcome to Punch Party, our summer punch party. We've got 2 more weeks after tonight, all right? I know, Melissa, you're going to have so much fun with it. All right, so this right here is our second card tonight. This is with the Apple Harvest. All right, so I'll be showing you that tonight. Oh my gosh, Kisha, thank you so much. Kisha says, your tip inspired me to make my first card with it today. It's so fun. Kisha, thank you. I can't even tell you how much that means to me. Thank you so much. So what do y'all think? This is our second card, okay? And then, are you ready? This is our third card, all right? I had to throw a B card in there, okay? So, Diane Moore, are you still watching? Because I'm going to show you something. I want to show y'all my inspiration for this card, okay? So, my inspiration for this card right here came from this card. I was lucky enough to be the recipient of this beautiful card. And it was from one of my Hostess Club groups, wishing me well when I had my foot surgery. And so this is the inspiration. And then this is what I did with it. All right, so isn't it amazing? I used the same rectangle layout as right here. All right, so that was the focal point and the inspiration of it. So, oh yeah, Carol Helms, I know you love this card. Carol, you need to win this card because you're a bee girl. Terry, love your comment. Well, we're gonna have fun with this card tonight. I can't wait to make it with you. I know they're both adorable, aren't they? They're both so darn cute. All right, so our first card is not made. And I have all my pieces and parts in here. Now, the reason it's not made is because we stamped the letters yesterday during Be Creative Tip Tuesday. All right, so I'm going to zoom in. And this is actually going to be a square card. Easy measurements for you tonight. This is actually measuring 8.5 inches. Good, Deborah. I'm glad you're going to case it. I'll share all of that with you, Carol. You'll find, I'll give you all the deets, okay? So hang in there. 8.5, 4 1/4, and I scored at 4 1/4, okay? And then folded this in half. So we have a square card. And then we're going to use some Night of Navy. And the Night of Navy is measuring 4 1/8 inch right there. 4 1/8 inch by 4 1/8 of an inch. All right. So I'm going to add some seal to this. And then we're going to put it on this card base. I'm going to make a better score line there. And then we're going to center this here. All right. Let's see if I can do that a little bit better. I'll turn it this way. Not that that should make any difference at all. So I kind of wish I was standing over it. All right. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to add this celebration paper. Do you all remember this celebration paper? Is it the Rings of Love? It's free with a $50 purchase. This designer paper tonight is measuring 4 inches by 4 inches. All right, I'm gonna get that paper out in a second because we're gonna cut something out of that paper. Here's the other side of the paper. Isn't that pretty? I think that's Poppy Parade and Mint Macaron. And let's make sure this is directional paper, so we want to make sure those leaves are growing upwards. And then we're going to center this here. All right, now I need to grab the designer paper because we're going to cut a piece out of it. Hang tight. Y'all are being so patient. Thank you. I know, I love this paper. Now this piece right here, look how gorgeous this is. Has everyone seen this paper? I believe it's Rings of Love, if I'm not mistaken. We're actually going to cut out one of the houses. All right. So move that aside. And yes, we are going to have to fussy cut. We're going to fussy cut this house, or as my husband likes to call it, he likes to call it sissy cutting. All right. Never heard of that, but that's what he calls it. All right. Let's see if I can make this a little neater. And you just go around and you trim around the entire house. Now, the reason that I don't have a sample to show you tonight is because we had some new neighbors move in. and I purchased some homemade cinnamon rolls. No, I didn't make them. No time for that. With the retreat coming up, there's no time for baking. So we purchased some homemade cinnamon rolls. And then the card that I'm creating with you tonight, we gave them this card. And what I'm going to do is, it's got the house on the front, and we are going to put on here welcome. And we stamped those letters yesterday during our Be Creative Tip Tuesday. Yes, Carol, he is a laugh a minute. Oh yes, every bit of it. Okay, this is a Poppy Parade circle. Let me measure this so you have an idea. The diameter is around 2.5 inches. All right, so that's the circle. And we're going to use Stampin' Seal again. Let me advance that adhesive. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to put this towards the top because I really need space for the letters down here. Okay, so I have to allow for space. And then we've got a stylish circle right here. It's from Stylish Shapes. And I'll show you those shapes in just a second. So the diameter on this is going to be about 2.5 inches. And this is Night of Navy cardstock. And we are going to add some dimensionals. We're going to pop up this circle. Here we go. All right. And then we are going to put this right here in the center. Okay? And then, of course, we're going to pop up this darling little house. Got to do that right. I'll put 3 there. Okay. And then we're going to put that right in the center. Okay? Now, yesterday during Be Creative Tip Tuesday, we talked about ways to we talked about ways to stamp the letters and punch them out. So, I'm just spelling the words. This is what we did yesterday. And by the way, the outline is Poppy Parade. And the letter is actually Starry Sky, okay? Instead of Night of Navy. So the next thing we want to do is with this, and by the way, let me show you, and I'm going to give you some more tips for stamping because I will be stamping the rest of the letters with you tonight. This is this shape that we use, this dotted shape right here. So let me zoom in. I want you to see that one. Okay, so that's what we used in Poppy Parade, and then we stamped the letters in Starry Sky. All right, so I'll just zoom out a little, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a dimensional. Yep, I'm popping up the letters. Can't help it. Cannot help it. All right, so we'll do that. And one more. Yeah, this made a really nice welcome to the neighborhood card. I needed something quick, and I needed something for Facebook Live, and this took care of both of those things. So what I've done here is there are actually 7 letters, okay? So I'm taking the middle layer, the middle letter, which would be letter C, and I'm going to do that, put this on here first, and I'm going to put that right in the center, okay? And then I can, let's see, I'm going to take the last one now. I'm going to show you how I build this to space these out. Now I'm not going to do this on every card, but it gives you an idea about how to place your letters so that you get your even spacing. Okay. And then here is the O. Now these are pretty close, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to gently lift this up. So when you put them on dimensionals, just tap them down so that you can actually get these letters back up if you need to space them out. Okay? So let's go over here. And now we're going to put welcome here. Hopefully this is going to turn out and be spaced accordingly like it should be. I hope so. If not, we'll move the letters around. There's the L. And then here is the E. All right. So I'm going to move C a little bit because I just want to make them about the same. L's a little crooked. So if you just tap them down nice, you know, just lightly, you'll be able to move them if you need to. All right? And so here I can actually take the O now and I can move that just a little bit. And then I'll make room. All right? So that's the welcome home. I do have some bling for it, so hang tight. Oh, and I was going to show you, these are the stylish shapes, and that's the shape, that stitch circle came from this, and it's actually next to the largest. Second to the largest is what I used there. But now I've got a nice welcome to the neighborhood card. So something very simple, but it worked very well with that. And I do have bling. What have I done with it? Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I saw it. Aha, here it is. All right, so we're just gonna put some rhinestones on it. Yes, Diane, you're gonna have a new neighbor soon. You need this, absolutely. So how many have this paper? I love it. It's so pretty, and I love the colors in it. Mint macaron, soft suede, poppy parade, or is it real red? I don't know. Let's see, where do I want to put that? I'll just put that there. I only have one size on the rhinestones right now, okay? So this is what we're gonna get. All right, so there's your first card right there. And we have a welcome to the neighborhood card. Okay, if you want to know more about how I stamp these and how I stamp these in the placement, you can look at yesterday's video. It's called Be Creative Tip Tuesday. Just scroll down my Be Creative Stamping Facebook page, all right? Thank you. I'm so glad you all like it. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna get set up for that next card. All right. And someone will be taking this home tonight, okay? All right. Now, our next card, we're going to be using Apple Harvest, okay? How many of you have noticed this set in the mini? Has anyone noticed it? Do you recognize the designer paper? All right. Okay, so for this next card, I couldn't resist the apples. I was just dying to get in, just to dig into a new stamp set. And here it is. Now this is the Apple Harvest stamp set, okay? So let's talk a few minutes about this one. You can find it in the mini. Let me see if I can find it for you all. Let's see, you can find it in the mini on page 54, okay? So here it is. By the way, these samples are absolutely beautiful. So Louise thought that I had used the strawberry punch. You know what this reminds me of, Louise? Watermelon. When I look at this card, I feel like I'm seeing watermelon instead of apples. So, all right. So let me tell you a little bit about Apple Harvest. And if you are already a demonstrator, then you know that we have dies coming, all right? We have dies coming that coordinate with this stamp set, and they'll be available September 1, okay? Yes, it would be a great for a teacher. Absolutely, Pam. Now, as you can see, I have not moved all of my dies over yet. We are going to use the apple die tonight, so I'm going to pull this one out and hope I don't lose it. But, by the way, these just arrived yesterday. These flowers, they remind me of dogwood blossoms, but they're apple blossoms. They're just so pretty. So I cannot wait to dive into this next month with you all. I think we're going to do this for Hostess Club if you're one of my local customers. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So again, dies will be available for the month of September, beginning September 1. Only while supplies last. Also, if you are a demonstrator, you can pre-order the dies now. If you don't have the stamp set, you can bundle the two now and save 10%. That's if you are a demonstrator. If you're not a demonstrator and you want to get your hands on this, you can join my team and go ahead and put this in your kit. All right? So we're going to have a little fun with that tonight. Then the next thing I want to show you is the designer paper. So the designer paper is right here. It's on page 59 and it's part of the Gingham Cottage suite. And so you're going to notice the paper right here. I'm going to show you a little bit of that paper now, okay? Yeah, it does remind me of dogwood, Melissa. That's what I think of when I see it. Okay, so here's the paper. We've got pumpkin pie. There's the opposite side. We've got smoky slate. That's another piece right here. I've got several smoky slates right here. All right. And then here is, I want to say smoky slate, excuse me, let me start over. I want to say smoky slate, but I guess it could be gray granite, okay? So now I'm not sure. And this is basic black on this side, all right? So you get a small gingham check and a large gingham check. Then here's the small check in basic black, and you flip it over and you get pumpkin pie. So how many of y'all have taken time to look at this paper? I mean, it's so pretty. There we go. Now look what happens. We've taken pumpkin pie and added the basic black, and then look at this smaller check on this side. Here's another one just like it. Then we have mint macaron. Check that out. Isn't that pretty? And now we have, I believe it's real red. And here's the opposite side. We're going to be using this one tonight, okay? And then here it is again. Then we're back to basic black with the smaller check. And this is Blushing Bride. And this is the opposite side of Blushing Bride. I know, I'm a sucker for gingham. And here we are again. I want to say, this is Calypso Coral, I believe. I think it's Calypso Coral. Just a guess, but it looks like it. And then this one here coming up, I'm going to say that is So Saffron. And there's the other side of that. And then we're back to the basic black. I may have shown you this check before. All right, it may have been in the pile earlier. So that's the Gingham Cottage designer paper that we're gonna get to use tonight, all right? Okay, yes, it has a ton of paper. I'm so glad you said that, Diane. The amount of paper in this package is unbelievable. Now, if you did my paper share, it's arriving any day, and this will be in your paper share, okay? So it's 48 sheets in this package. So that's quite a lot of paper. All right, well, let's get back to our card. And the first thing we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna do some stamping. And I'm actually going to bring in some scrap paper that I've been using today. And we're gonna get the apples stamped. And while we're stamping, we also want to stamp the leaves, all right? And we're gonna do that with the designer paper. Okay, so this is the apple stamp, and I want you to take a really good look at it. Look at the shading that's already done on here for you, all right? And then look at the leaves. There's even shading in the leaves. So really pretty stamp. Let's look at the other images. You've got the apple stamp here. Look at the shading in that. Even in the leaves, you get the shading, and also here on this apple. So this is going to be the perfect stamp set for you in September and October, all right? And you'll see this again. We'll do a whole class just on this, okay? All right. So let me get my basic black because we're going to stamp on the designer paper. Okay. Yeah, yes, that cottage paper is amazing. All right. Let me just stamp real quick. Just want to make sure I've got enough ink on this pad. And then what we're going to do is we are going to stamp here. And we're going to be cutting this out with a die. All right. Now, I want you to see what it looks like when it's stamped on paper. You're going to see that shading right in these areas. Okay, but that's okay. It's supposed to be there. All right. Peggy, the apple stamp set is currently in the mini, around page 45 to 50. And you can, if you're a demonstrator, which I believe you are, you can actually purchase the dies that coordinate with it this month. So as a demonstrator, you can get the dies this month. Next month, it'll be available to everyone. All right, so we need to get this cut out. All right, so we'll be doing that. And then we're gonna also come back over here, and I'll zoom in a little bit here. And we're just gonna stamp the leaves. All right, so let's do that. I don't need the entire apple, okay? I just need those leaves. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to the camera. Hang on. It completely zoomed all the way in on the paper. Weird. Not sure what happened there. That's never happened before. Okay, so do you see what I've done? I just need these leaves, okay? I don't need the apple. So I didn't stamp the entire image, all right? Now I'm going to close up the ink. And we're going to get my Stampin' Cut emboss machine. And we're going to get these two items cut out. All right. I'll show you how to do that. And I'm probably going to, yeah, I got to zoom back out again. Sorry. Let's zoom all the way out. Now we have it. I'm actually going to cut this because we really don't need the entire piece of paper to go through the machine. We just need part of it. Okay, so again, my table's probably gonna shake. We're gonna use the apple die, and I'll even use some of this handy dandy. Now you all may ask about this tape tonight. It's called Post-it. And Diana's watching, and she turned me on to this tape, and I love it. And then I'm going to take that, and I am going to put this about right there, okay? And that's just gonna hold it in place. And then I can roll this through, all right? And if you're interested in the Post-it tape, I know you can get it on Amazon, all right? Okay. So there's our apple. How cute is that? Isn't that a cute apple? I love it. Now we're gonna do this again because we want these leaves, okay? So when I do the leaves, you're gonna notice that of course I'm not getting the apple. Don't need the apple, all right? Now this time I'm gonna use my other technique. I'm gonna hold my breath and roll it through the machine. That's my other die cutting secret, all right? Oh gosh. All right. And then here, we now have this part cut out, and I'm going to show you how to finish this off, okay? So give me a second. Okay, but before I do that, I want to put my apple die back in my case, all right? Because I lost some dies recently, and I still can't find them. So I don't want that to happen again. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in so you can see how I cut the leaves. I am actually going to leave that paper there, okay? And I'm going to show you why in a minute. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to go around these leaves like this. Okay, so hopefully you all can see that. And then I'm going to go around this leaf like this. And go around the outline just like that. And I might even cut here just a little bit more. And I'll show you even closer in a second, okay? All right. So this is what you're going to end up with. Notice that I left this outer edge here, okay? Now the reason I did that was so when I glue this on top, it covers the entire thing. If I had trimmed this paper, you would have seen some of the red. So I hope that makes sense in describing that to you. Now what I'm going to do is, and I'll zoom in a little bit more for you so you can see, I'm going to actually add some Tombow glue like that. And then I'm going to add that there, okay? And so that's my apple. So now you can take a look at that, all right? I tried it earlier by trimming that paper, and I didn't like the way it looked because I had red designer paper showing through, okay? So just wanted to share that with you. And now we can actually put our card together. All right. Let's see. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are going to take this paper right here and we're going to trim it to fit the card base. All right, and let me see if I can find some red here, or I may have to dig through for some. Nope, here's a piece. Okay, so let me get my paper trimmer. And I'm actually going to trim this paper at 4 1/4 inches, okay? Which is the size of the front of a card base, so 4 1/4. And then I'm gonna rotate my designer paper and cut at 5 1/2, okay? So if I did that too fast, let me show you the measurements. It's going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right, so a little bit bigger than what we normally use. And I'm going to attach it to a standard card base. Okay, and this is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. I'm actually going to add some Tombow to this. This is nice thick designer paper, so it's going to be really easy to put some glue on it. All right. I know, Kisha, I always forget about stamping on designer paper as well, so it's kind of fun to do that. All right. So I don't normally use Tombow, but this is going on the front of my card base, and I want to line it up, and so I want a little wiggle room, okay? All right. And so now I am going to add this here, just like this. All right, and so now it is covering my entire card base, just like that, okay? Now here is where I'm going to add a piece of garden green, and look what I used, the stitched greenery. Remember this amazing die? I use it a lot. So it's the stitched greenery die. You'll find it in the annual catalog. And what I'm going to do is, on the original card, I did glue it down. So you can either glue it or pop it up. All right. So I'm going to adhere this with some tape. And we're also going to put it about right here. All right, we're just centering it. Oh, and I didn't measure this piece for you, so I will do that. Okay. Let's measure the garden green. I know, I love this die. It's so awesome. It's 3 1/2 inches. This is the garden green, okay? And then it measures 4 3/4 inches, just like that. All right. And then our next step is we're going to add some real red. And our real red is using the layering circles dies. And the diameter of the scallop circle is about 2 3/4 inches. Okay. That went a little blurry, didn't it? I don't know why. And then we're going to add this towards the top, like that. I think I can zoom in a little for y'all. And I would like your opinion. I'm trying to decide. The original card uses mint macaron, all right? So what I'm wondering is, do we want to use basic white? All right, now I'm going to stick the apple on it, and I would love your thoughts on what you think, okay? I'm kind of between, like earlier this afternoon, I liked the basic white, and now I like mint macaron. So I'd love your thoughts on that. If you want to just put that into the comments, let's see which one we're going to do. Any thoughts? I know y'all are just busy typing it in. What do you think? Are we going with basic white, or are we going to go with mint macaron? So Diane thinks it pops with the white. Liz likes mint. So let's see. Okay, Carol likes mint macaron. It does pop with the white. I do agree with that, Diane. Aunt Ethel likes mint. So does Joyce. Now we've got some white. Very good. I know. Isn't it really hard to decide? I'm just not sure what to do. Maybe I should make one with white, and I'll do pictures for both. So Peggy thinks the white pops. Yeah, we're getting mixed, aren't we? We really are. I know, it's just really hard. I like them both and for different reasons. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, oh, Diane thinks that the mint one wins. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it in white, and then I'll take photos of both of them and I'll put it on the Facebook page and everybody can vote. Does that sound good? Well, let's try it in the basic white, okay? Let's see what happens here. Let me find my dimensionals. We do pop up this stylish stitched, or is it stylish? It's stylish shapes. Okay, stylish shapes. And I'm feeling pretty happy tonight. It's been a pretty productive couple of days, so I'm gonna go with 4 dimensionals. So, ooh, a linen look. You know, and Carol, it's funny you say linen look because maybe something like crumb cake. I don't know. I mean, you know, that's a possibility. All right, so there it is. And then also we're gonna pop up this cute little apple. I am just loving this apple. It's gonna be perfect for our fall cards. But we're gonna get back to the Alphabest in just a minute, okay? We're gonna do some stamping. Yep, I'm gonna try the white, absolutely. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna put that about right there. Let's go ahead and add the embellishments, and then we're gonna work on the letters, okay? I can't wait to show you the letters. So I am using the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. And I have got the basic black. I chose black because of the black in the outline of the apple. Ooh, I didn't think about doing the letters in white. That might be a good idea, Nita. Didn't think about that. Let's see. Carol says maybe add some white highlights on the apple so that the white circle isn't the only white. Oh, that's a good idea too. I need a gel pen. I need a white gel pen to do that. Hang on, I've got one. I'll have to grab it. Okay, the other thing we could do is we could, do I have white Baker's Twine? This is off-white. This is the black. I'm gonna stick with the black twine, okay? But I do have a white gel pen, and I'm pretty sure I know where it is. So hang tight, and let's see if we can get this done. Okay. Now the other thing that I did do with the apple was to use some Wink of Stella right on the designer paper. So let me zoom in and we'll do some of that, okay, before we add the ribbon, okay? And actually, let me add the white gel. Let me do that. This is the white gel pen, and I know that we used to sell these, but I don't think they're in our catalog anymore. It's the Uniball Signo, okay, if that's helpful. UM-153, all right? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna add a little bit of white on the apple, all right? Just maybe something like that, and that'll kind of pull out that white circle, all right? I messed that one up. My hand must have gotten in it. Okay. So yeah, we're thinking outside. We're working on the fly tonight for sure. All right. Okay. So we've added a little bit of white gel to that. And now I'm going to add a piece of twine to the apple. Okay. So this card has actually been a work in progress. We have been working on that today, trying to figure out the best thing to do with it. I'm going to bring in my black, matte dots. Love these things. Love them. Ooh, white gems. That I don't have. Wait a minute. Do I have white gems? I might have some. Hang on. Haha. I do have some white gems. I still think I'm going to go with the black. But these gems, these embellishments are the classic matte dots, okay? So, but I think the twine goes well with the dots. I think it kind of brings those two together. And then let's add, we can add one there. And then we'll add one here. Do I have any more? I may not have any more little dots. Nope, I just have the big ones. All right. And I really don't like that there by itself. So I'm taking it off. All right. So that's what we have there, a little bit different. I don't have any more little dots, and that's what I want. Okay. So let me put this twine back. It's the Essentials Twine Pack. And let's see here. Now we're ready to work on the letters. And I'm going to go back to this scrap paper here and do the stamping on, okay? All right. So let me set that aside. And then we get to open the stamp case right here. And I'm going to use the smallest block and use block A. So did you know that your blocks have letters on them? There we go. I'm trying to move this so you can see the letter. It's block A. It's the smallest block. Okay, so that's what you want to use with your Alphabest. Peggy, I think you're right. With the white gems, it would not show up on the white. So anyway, I hope y'all are liking the cards so far. Okay, so here's the alphabet, okay? And hang on, I laid this in here so I know that some of my letters are gonna come up. We're gonna need that letter T, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay, so once you've used your letters, or when you get a chance, you're gonna wanna transfer all your letters and numbers to the inside of your case. And there is a place for each one, all right? So we need letter S, and we're going to need one of those. So let me find our trimmer. Come on, punch. Sorry, I have stuff everywhere as usual. And I just need to get some gingham here. And so what I'm going to do first is I am just going to punch the gingham, okay? And I want the word to say sweet. All right. So it's S-W-E-E-T. So I just need a little bit more. Now on the last card, we'll be stamping the shape as well as the alphabet. So S-W-E-E-T. So we've got the word sweet, and I was able to use my scrap paper for that. And now we're going to stamp our letters. And it is a photopolymer stamp set, so that's great because we can actually see through it. All right. And we'll take our first letter, and you're going to want to have your Stampin' Cleaner, either your Stampin' Scrub or your simple chamois, okay? And there we have our letter S. So if you have your simple chamois handy or the Stampin' Scrub, okay, you can clean your letters and then put them back. So that's what I'm doing there. Get that put away. And now I'm going to need the W. Just need one W. Let me put this straight so that I stamp straight. All right, so there's our second letter. Oh goodness, I'm loving all the comments. Ooh, I should try with white cardstock instead of red. Ooh, I didn't even think of that. That's a great idea. Oh my goodness. Yes, Louise is right. You need this stamp, this bundle, this stamp set and punch. All right, now let me excuse my arm. I am sorry for the reach. Let me see. Here's E. We're going to need 2 E's. All right. So here we are. We're stamping on designer paper. You can also stamp these on cardstock if you want. Okay. Here's our second E. And then I'm going to clean and put that back. And then I need letter T. All right, so now we've got the word sweet. Okay, let me close this up. And here, I am ready to pop these letters up. Yep, you guessed it. I'm gonna pop up these letters. There's S, W, E, E, T. All right. I don't think that one is even going to go on there. So let me do that. There we go. And here. So I'm just putting these on here. Move that out of the way. And now we'll flip them over. I know I had them in order, right? And this time, we're going to spell the word sweet. All right. I'm going to show you another variation of this, of how I did the letters. This must be W here. Is this W? Yeah, it's W. All right, and we'll put W there. All right. And then E. And you want to make sure that your E, this is your center word right there, okay? So hopefully it's going to all work out. Whoops, upside down. Don't want to do that. Put that one there. And this one here. And that is sweet. Now, so these are the two, all right, right here, okay? And then also, what I've done here is I've actually taken the word sweet and I have just kind of very quickly added the letters, okay? So they're not in any type of order or anything, okay? Yeah, it's a great alphabet size. Absolutely, Jeanne. Let's see. So, yeah, this looks better with red than white. Oh, no problem. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I love it. I love the feedback. You're going to notice on this apple, you might be able to see it, that I have added some shimmer. All right. So there is some shimmer added to this one. This is the Wink of Stella. So what I'll do here is, let's go ahead and add some. And yes, I did put my bow on first, okay, so that I would be able to stick it down. But I can actually just work around it. All right, just like that. And then I'm just kind of just putting it everywhere so that the apple will just shine like any shiny apple. All right. And now the white gel is dry as well. All right. So hopefully you can see that shimmer on the apple. All right. So I'll give you a few minutes to look at that, and then I am going to, ooh, I didn't think about shimmering the cardstock. You definitely could do that. Absolutely. I'm glad you like them both. Thank you. So we tried something new, and it turned out pretty cute. But now I think I'm leaning towards the mint macaron. So Louise says the white background would look great if there was a layer of white under the green background. I think you're right. Yeah, it would pop more, definitely. Yep. Well, thank you. I've spent quite a bit of time on this card today, and so it's nice to have this feedback. I needed it this afternoon, so put honey on it. Honey. Oh, I didn't think about honey. Yeah, could definitely do that. All right, so we'll be giving away one of these cards this evening, okay? Let me put that, I'll let you look at that while I move my tray and get the next project. All right. Okay. Oh, yes. Very good. Thank you all for sharing. I appreciate it so much. All right. I appreciate it. Excuse my reach. All right. You could place the letters to follow the line of the circle. Yes, you could, Melissa. Absolutely. It is fun to change things around. And you know, it's funny. Sometimes you like them and sometimes you don't. And you don't know until you try. You know, you really don't. So again, I'll share my inspiration. I had received this card from my Tuesday Hostess Club when I had surgery on my foot. And I just loved it. Of course I loved it because it had a bee on it. And so it was sitting on my bulletin board, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, could I make that and add the letters be happy? And so, yeah, the bee card's my favorite. Absolutely, Peggy, my absolute favorite. So I'm going to share with you how to create this one tonight, okay? And I'll share with you some tips on the best way to stamp the alphabet. All right, so hang tight, and we will get that done. All right. I am looking for my supplies. Yeah, this one is my favorite, but you know, I really do. I do love the apple. Alana, I'm so glad it would be perfect for Rosh Hashanah. That's awesome. Okay, so to create this card, you ready? We're going to start with a basic black card base, okay? Silver and gold. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome, Kisha. Kisha wants to stamp the letters on the silver and gold DSP. Very nice. Yep. I know, we're all partial to the bees, aren't we? Absolutely. So this is our basic black card base, okay? And it's just a standard one. Again, it's 8.5 inches long, 5.5 inches wide, and then along that 8.5 inch side, I do score it at 4.25, okay? Now, your crushed curry cardstock, I've already embossed, but you're gonna wanna cut this at 4 inches, okay, by 5.25 inches, okay? Now, I used the 3D Hive folder, and this is the embossing folder right here. It is 3D, so it's thick, okay? So let me show you this sandwich so that you know what to use. First, it's going to tell you this is platform right down here, okay? And I need to grab one of the plates. So you're going to need platform 1. Then you're going to add your cardstock and your embossing folder. And then you're going to add plate 4. And this is how you're going to roll it through the machine. Okay, so I just wanted you to be aware because that platform is different. Okay. All right. And then we're going to add it to this card base, and we're going to add some ribbon. All right, so let me grab some of the black gingham ribbon. Y'all know this is my favorite. All right, I'm really enjoying the ribbon. So that should take care of that right there, okay? I'm measuring about this. I'm not even measuring. This is about how much I want, because what's going to happen is I'm going to attach it to the card base, and then I'm going to tie a bow. Might give myself a little bit more. So that could probably be about, I don't know, 20 inches or so. It's probably longer than that. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to leave that ribbon there, okay? And let's go ahead and we're going to add the cardstock, okay? Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. The embossing hive will match the apples and honey. Oh my gosh, it certainly will. How perfect is that? How perfect. All right, I feel really crooked here. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. All right, and then we can bring this over here, okay? And we'll go ahead now and tie the bow. I'm loving all the ideas. I cannot wait until we dive in to Apple Harvest. Okay. Now, I'm trying to tie that bow without pulling on this too much, okay? So, let's see if I can do that. We want the bow all the way over here on this edge, okay? So, let's do that. All right. And then we'll trim some of these tails. Y'all keep the ideas coming, okay? I can't wait to share the Alphabest with you when we get ready to stamp it. It's going to be fun. All right, I'm going to leave it for there, okay, right now. And then we're going to take a piece of a Whisper White cardstock, and it measures 4 1/8 of an inch by 3 1/8 of an inch. And then for the designer paper is from Rustic Harvest. I'll show you in 1 second where you can find it. 4 inches by 3 inches, okay? And then we're going to tape these two. So yes, this paper is from Rustic Harvest. I believe that's the designer paper package name. And you'll find it in the mini, and it's going to be with the fall products. We're going to center this right on here, and then I'm going to pop this layer up. All right. And then I'll show you where that paper is. Anybody know what page it's on? It's in the mini. And then we're going to add it right here. Okay, right up against that bow. Okay? And there you go. All right. Now, if I can find my mini catalog, which I had, you're going to find it on page 49. Right here, and it's this piece right here. So it's called Rustic Harvest. It's item number 159633. All right. Oh, how cute. Thank you so much for sharing tonight, Elena, and I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to use the medium daisy punch, all right? And we're going to need 2 of these daisies. We're going to get these out of the way before we start our alphabet. This is just scrap paper. Thanks, Kisha. Woohoo! Yes, the medium daisy, and I know some of you have this. Love this punch. So it's so nice to use it again. And what you can do, let me find my bone folder. You can take your bone folder and just kind of curl up the petals. All right, just a little bit, okay? So we'll do that again. All right. And then we're actually going to add a glue dot because we're going to put these 2 flowers together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to alternate it so that we get all the petals, okay? So that we can see all of them. And do I want to pop that up? We're actually going to glue that. I probably put too much glue on that, and we can stick it about right there. All right. Get it to all fit in there. And now we'll do our B, and then we can have fun with our letters, okay? So you're going to use your basic black paper, and you actually just need the ladybug, all right? So we're going to punch that out. Yes, the B is created with the ladybug punch, okay? Oh, I do have a fun surprise tonight. I totally forgot about that fun surprise too. So hang on to the end, okay? Because I'm really cool idea for y'all. I need to grab some crushed curry. So let me do that. I always think I have everything in my tray, and then I don't. So we're going to take just a small piece of crushed curry. I am going to trim it at about 1/4 inch. Okay? I'm going to need about 3 strips of these because this is going to be the stripes on our B. So about 1/4 inch. You could do it a little bit skinnier if you would like. I know you're going to love this surprise actually, because you know it is a summer punch party and I've been giving away prizes every week, 1 prize a week, and so I've got a really cool one for you tonight that I forgot I was doing. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go with this right here. This is my silicone mat, and I'm going to take my ladybug, put it right there. And then I'm actually just going to run a little bit of glue across the bottom, okay? A little bit of Tombow. And then I am going to add this strip, okay? Right there. And then, let's see, I do want to add some right across the neck, and then I'm going to put that right there. I'm probably using too much glue. And then we're going to run one across here. And then we're going to put it right there. And I'm trying to be straight. Am I straight enough? All right, and we're going to let that dry for a few minutes, okay? All right. All right, so let's give that a couple of seconds to dry. And I need a little piece of vellum. So I have a scrap piece here, and we just need the wings. All right, so I'm going to put it right there and punch it. Thank you, Kathleen. So glad you're enjoying it. And we're going to add a glue dot, but we don't want to do that yet. We're going to pick up this little bee. All right, and I think it's dry enough. We're going to go ahead and we're going to trim. Okay, that one wiggled a little bit, so maybe I need to give it a few more minutes to dry. We're going to set it aside and we'll give it a few more minutes to dry. Thank you, Susan. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, let's let this dry, okay? We'll put it on last after we do the letters. All right, so let me move it out of the way. We're going to bring this in, and we're going to bring in 2 blocks, all right? And they're both letter A. We want the A blocks for this. And we're also going to be using this block with the lines, okay? Yep, oh yeah, I should put a block on it. Oh my gosh, didn't even think about that. You're right. All right, we're gonna be using crushed curry ink. And you're going to find, let's see, I'm gonna go this way. I have found that a 1-inch strip of basic white cardstock works beautifully with this, okay? And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp this with crushed curry. All right. And we need the words B, E, E. We've done that. Now let's do H, A, P, P, and that'll be Y. And I'll do another one because that's actually, I pushed too hard on that one. And again, if you stamp it in this direction, it's going to be very easy for you to punch. And I'll show you right now before we even put the letters on. The punch will slide beautifully in for you to pop out, okay? It just slides in. If you go this way, if you go in this direction, the first one works great, but what happens is you have to keep cutting your paper to punch out the shape. So it works best when you stamp sideways, okay? So all of our yellow pieces are done. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stamp a couple of extra, just in case my letter is crooked or the letter doesn't turn out. So go ahead, you're gonna wanna stamp yourself some extra pieces because you never know, all right? Joyce says, I love the bee. I've put this on my list several times and then something better came along and it gets lower on the list. Yes, Joyce, put it on the list. Go for it, as Gail would say. Go for it. All right, so we're getting ready now. We're gonna spell the word be happy, all right? Okay. And that's letter D, so hang on here. I have to look. I find it hard. I've got to look at letter B, and then I've got to look at letter P. All right. All right, to make sure that I have the right one. And then you have to look at letter Q as well. So there are a couple, you have to really look at those letters. Okay, this is Memento, black Memento ink. And now we're going to stamp the word B, or the letter B, all right? And we only need one B. So the other thing you want to have close by is your simple chamois or your Stampin' Scrub, because you're going to be using it a lot. So open it up and have it close by, okay? All right. And now we're ready for E. All right, and another E. And then we're going to clean that. And now we're ready for H. All right, and I might stamp that again. Not too happy with that H and where it is. So that's the beauty of stamping a few extra blocks, okay? So we're done with letter H. And now I'm going to look for letter A. Whoops. So that's A. You want to be sure to put them back. Yes, the ladybug punch is so versatile. Absolutely. Thanks, Diane, for answering that question. All right, so now let me find letter P. We need 2 of those. Y'all are being so patient as I do this. And then letter Y. All right, we have a few extra blocks, and that's okay because we can actually save them if we want and use them another time and put them in your stamp case. All right. So now we're going to get these punched out. Actually, I'm going to wait to punch them because if I punch them all now, I may lose them. Let's punch them as we put them on the card. I think that would be the smartest thing to do. So we're not looking for all the different letters, okay? Let's go back to our sweet little B because he's all dry now. And now he's going to be super easy for me to trim the cardstock away. All right, so that's one side of him. Now we're going to do the other side. And we'll get rid of the little remnants of that. And now you can see how cute he is. All right, something else you can do is to take your Wink of Stella and run it across the stripes. All right. There we go. Now he's glistening. Whoops. We're going to pop this up. Let me turn it over. Of course, you may want to give it more time. Look what I just found, letter A. So be really careful with your letters. Be vigilant to make sure they get back in the right place. Hang on. I need to close that case. All right. there. You found the 3/4 punch, page 151. All right. Thank you, Kathleen. All right, we're going to add that sweet little bee right there, okay? We are going to take, getting back to the glue dot now, and the vellum wings, all right? And we're going to add them right here, okay? So now we've got our sweet little bee right there. We're ready to add the letter B here. Actually, I want to add E. So let me go to E and I'll show you why. We're going to pop it up. And this is going to actually just help with the spacing. All right, so that's why I chose E, and I'll show you where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put this one about right here. All right, so if I start it with letter B and put more letters on, I may have run in to the B. All right, so there I'm starting with the last letter of the word B-E-E. So let's go ahead now and we're gonna punch another one. So it really helps to keep your letters in the paper so you don't lose them. Thank you, ladies. So glad you like our little bee. All right, and we'll put that one there. And now we can go to letter B. So easy to do, so fun to spell these words and then to see how it turns out. And this one can go about right here. All right. And I think we've got them. Sometimes you've got to reposition them. So if you're using dimensionals, that definitely helps with that. All right, so that's B. Now we're going to go over to the letter Y. All right. Ooh, my goodness, Evelyn, what a great idea. Evelyn would use a yellow center in the flower. Love the card. Oh, what a good idea. I didn't even think of that. I am just not. Oh, goodness. Oh, good. I'm so glad y'all like the bundle. I didn't even tell you the page. Well, I told you the page number at the very beginning of the broadcast, but that's been some time ago now. So page 115 for the bundle. All right. Starting with letter Y. And let's see. I probably should start with letter P and put that in the middle, but I actually know that I'm going to have enough space for both. So I can just do this. But again, if you're not sure of your spacing, start with your middle, start with the middle letter. That'll be most helpful to you. Let's see if I can get that on there. All right, I'll put that one there. And now another P. Oh, gosh, Carol, good thought. Carol's wondering if there will be uppercase letters. I know, what a great thought that is. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that. All right, but we are almost there. We're going to be giving away all 3 cards tonight, okay? And then, guess what the surprise is? I have made a Bumblebee card kit. All of your supplies are included. Your ladybug is punched out and ready to be decorated. And so this is the card kit, and this will be the 4th prize. So that is tonight's prize, okay? All right, we're just about there now. Let's do letter A. All right. right, we're going to give away the Bumblebee kit. There is a Bumblebee kit. So remember to stamp your blocks sideways. It'll make for easier punching. I know, right? Isn't that an awesome prize? We have a Bumblebee card kit tonight. All right, there she is. Be happy. Do I need to move this H up? I think I might. All right. All right, I'm gonna get us set up for our prizes. I will put all 3 cards in here, okay? Now, these leftover rectangles I can put in my stamp case and I can use them another time, all right? Thank you, Connie. Thank you so much. So glad you like them. All right. I've got to clear off my table so I can get my computer over here. All right, that is done. And I'll lay out the cards. Thank you, Peggy. Peggy says, I will always love bees. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Kisha. That means so much to me. Thank you. All right, here's one of our other cards tonight. And then here is the last card.